Good morning, everyone. I am here, just checking the last link that I am actually live. It's rosboundy Psychic Medium here for our daily, usually it's the Lenormand card spread, but this morning, it's Sunday the 24th of October, I just decided to do something different. So it's not a card spread, but it still will be a general reading. So I have no idea how I'm doing this. I decided I'd just do this last minute as the something different. Now I'm just going to turn on my Facebook one to monitor that I'm actually live, and it looks like I am, so that's fine. Good morning, Keza, and good morning, Caitlin. How are you both this morning? And good heavens, I've already got a spammer with a phone number in there even. My goodness. goodness. I've got no idea which page it's on. So good morning to you, Rachel, all the way from Somerset, UK. Lovely to see you here. Oh, it's your evening, of course. And Lorraine, good morning, and namaste to you. Carol, good morning. Lovely to have you here this morning as well. Just going to whiz over and said, no, it's not on that page, so that's fine. I suspect it might be over there. I'll just have one quick little look to see if it's something I can do anything about right at the moment. I think the earlier we can get on top of silly people who are doing, oops, I've got to go in there and do it that way. I am just going to do that. Deal with the spammer right now. So apologies, it's taking a little bit of time. But what you do, if you see that in your chat stream, what you do is a right click or a right tap or hold the tap or something and ban that way. So that one's been done. Okie dokie. Now I might just get that down. So good morning, Shaz. How are you this morning? It's sort of bright and early, isn't it? Sorry about yesterday. Hey, we are each present where we need to be. So JC needed a big walk, and that's fine. There is always that replay that can be done with these processes. Now, what I've got this morning, I decided I'd actually take us through, and I've got no idea how it'll work. I'll just do a spin with the labyrinth through time. So this is a divination system by Tea with Karen. If you can see right down the bottom, Tea with Karen, and her Etsy. She's got an Etsy store, so you'd actually look up Tea with Karen there. So I'm very happy to promote her systems because they are so much fun. They make the reading so easy to do, especially even for novices. It's just so much fun. And this one it's not cards, it's a charm casting kit. So there you've got the charms. I've put a bit of felt in the bottom of this. That's a stick-on felt crafting sheet. So it just stops some of that really, really loud rattly noise. So for this, that's part of her kit as well. It's an extra part is actually to buy the charms. There's 50 in there. So, and it comes as that. It all folds down into a screw top. It's a screw top tin. So it's really a good kit. So that's the end of promoting that. What I want to do is basically, Shaz, what were you doing? You were trying to change the profiles to help, but it was too quick. Yeah, I'm jumping in from this side of it here into it. My time I was already in the admin role. I didn't have to change profiles, so I could do it quicker. So what I'm just going to do with this is, can I put it there as a, just so you can, we'll do that afterwards. I'm just going to do one little sprinkle. Now, with this, and I rewatched another instructional type that Karen did yesterday as a live stream. You don't, with any charms, you don't pull out a fistful. You just pinch them. It's like when we do cooking, not that I do a great deal of that, but you're actually mixing them just lightly with the intention of having a wonderful reading. This is just for today. And it's just like a little pinch like that. And I just do that. I don't even swirl it round. You can, if you want to, just do another if you want a few extra like that. And one rolls right off, so I'll take it back just to get a little bit broader. So what we've got, and you don't have to leave them as they're undone. Dogs are barking because there's a dog going past. So that one was sort of on the border. So it's between the two. It was more there on the spirituality. So that's where I'm going to put it. So what we've got, and I'm hoping it's close enough for you to see, I'll move them where they are actually easier to see. This one's not. That one's not, because it's right in the center on the sundial. So here we've got in each of these corners. So it actually did spread reasonably well for our reading today. And you love these readings, Kazza? I like this. You like the high puppies. Yeah, there is someone out there with the dog. I can't quite see them. No, I think they've gone past. And you know how dogs actually do hear things we don't? I've got no idea. It could be another dog having a conversation with them somewhere. Yeah, good morning to Russell and Peanuts. Thanks, Kim. That's lovely. And how are you going? So here we've got, now this is where on the back of this one, I thought what I'd try was the nice white little stuck-on felt so that I can do it like this. So there we have the little treasure chest, and my camera just does not want to focus on some things at times. Let's see if it, no, so it's just not, there we go, a cute little charm that's a treasure chest. So that one is actually right in the center. So from there, as far as how I'm going to read them, I'll just start from up. You know, we start from home and family and move around in our day as to what the influences are going to be, where the charms are, okay? So, and I will get my little pointer out because it would be easier than my fat finger. So with the charm of the treasure chest in that sun, it really is, the sun being that central energy, it is a little more masculine. I'm feeling it's a little more masculine today because what we've got is the beautiful sunshine happening right now outside as well. And it is, you know, we're awake in our day and in that conscious state through the day. So I'm bringing that intention into the day for that beautiful strength of energy that's going to pull in the influence of these other things into our day in a nice positive way, because I'll only look at the positive. There's no point in the negative. If you're feeling something that is different, I mean, it's fine, it's what it is, but I'll be explaining, you know, as it is. Okay. And Marianne, good morning from you too. Thank you for that. And you've got no sun, light rain. Have you? Oh, see here, yes, I can see the clouds in that direction. It's beautiful sunshine, blue skies, and clouds in your direction. It's possible we'll have that similarly as well, though it's looking gorgeous, and light wind. It's beautiful breeze out there. Although I did have to shut the window, it was getting a bit cool. So with the treasure chest there, be ready to open up that, you know, and dive into all the treasures that you've got in your day to day is what I'm feeling with having that treasure chest on the sun in that central position. The day is full of treasures for you to just open that lid and take out what you need. What do you want to play with? What do you want to display? What is it that you're needing to work with? And all of that. We've got that treasure there. We've got the resources we need. So there's not much, like, as far as how I can see it, how I'm reading this is you know, there's no charm that's fallen in the home and family. Doesn't mean that there's not going to be anything happening in that today. It's just that the spiritual messages are coming for leisure and social life as one of the emphases. How do you pronounce that? Emphases? Anyway, you're going to have some great anchoring in with friendships and, you know, having the cuppers, having good chats with people around and about you. It could be family, but it could also be just going out and having lunch, having friends around for a cuppa, or going out catching up for that cuppa. It really is that interaction and great discussion. That what I'm feeling is with that anchoring, it's that stability. It's that feeling of, a lovely fresh, the word I'm trying, I can't think of the word I'm trying. You put an anchor down and you've got a fresh ground to fish. Anchor being movable, so you can move around with this energy in your social life today and have those wonderful couples with various peoples. But each time you're pulling up your anchor to shift it to another space, you're going to be able to be present, fully present and active in that time, that space and time that you're with your friends. That's what I'm trying to think of, okay, as far as how this anchor is going to work for you today. Okay. And oh, I like that. Thank you, Rachel. Lovely. So we're going to shift around to what is our relationships today. And it's love and relationships is mostly those who are our more close and intimate friends, but it can be any type of relationship. So what you're actually going to be able to do is balance that well. And you're catching up with friends this weekend and family the weekend after. Very much needed. It's good, isn't it? Having these sorts of the symbolism of what is coming from spirit being actually affirmed in how we are planning what's ahead too, isn't it? So with this scales, it is finding that balance of what's a good and healthy relationship. So in whatever way that you need to get out and have that couple with those who you have the closer relationship with too, and having that balance of work, although this isn't connected to work as such, it is certainly, in some ways it is, but it certainly is getting that balance of what is a work-life balance, having that quality of life, having that quality in your relationships, so that things are fair, so that things are, you don't want them even all the time, but you certainly want things to really feel like that in the right balance, okay? So, and yeah, you've got your family there today too for that. Well, for a week. You picked up a sister yesterday, didn't you? So you're going to have a fun week. Wonderful stuff. And ironically, inquest in between both. Yeah, it'll go fine. It'll go fine. I feel we'll have a looky see. Although this is a spread only. Pretty much for today. That's what my intention was. So it makes you wonder, Caitlin, if you get a phone call from your dad today, then, oh, your birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday for tomorrow, just in case I forget. I'm sure he'll remind us. We'll do so. Yeah. So here we're going to move around. The next one is the tent that's on the Money Matters. I'm feeling it's actually, because the tent is a bit like, you do imagine this type of tent being out in a desert, in the nomadic lifestyle and actually being where you live, not just something you're doing for camping. So but to me, it also feels like it's a little portable. So the money is shifting around, it's like it's ebbing and flowing a bit. So what I'm feeling with this is for today, just, it's okay to spend some money on yourself, to give yourself a little bit of that TLC, to feel like you're actually going into a special space, a special place, like, I'm just trying to think, what, what's coming up in my mind is when I was a kid and we used to make tents and camping under the kitchen table with sheets and chairs everywhere and make little rooms in there and stuff like that. It just feels like it's a bit of the play, and it is time to spend, put a bit of money towards yourself to have a bit of a play today. And Sunday, typically it's been the day of rest through eons. Well, I suppose it is. I don't know all religions in the world and everything. So for me, as my upbringing, it certainly was. Sunday was the day for worship, and, you didn't play cards, you didn't do all that sort of stuff. Things have changed a bit now, certainly for my own belief system. But it's not even a system. And what is it? It's belief. It's the way I live. Don't ever feel guilty at being in that space and place where you want to and can put some money towards yourself to give yourself those really nice moments and experiences. It's not overindulging, just it still needs to have that balance. It comes back to the scales are in this spread. So, and here, as we're moving even into the adventure and discovery of new things and stuff, we've got the cruise ship. So what sort of an adventure can that be? So I dare say what you're needing to do is start planning for some of those things that are going to be able to send you on that cruise, or whatever type of holiday you're wanting, because it's certainly what that's bringing forward there is we're going to be able to start planning for those holidays. And Caitlin, yep, thank you. And you're sure that you'll remind me, and Facebook will, as far as your birthday tomorrow. There you go. And little dens, yes, little dens, it was. So as we're moving up here to, I've got that a little bit too, you can't see it. It is the mushroom. So that in spirituality really is starting to bring out that connection of what is our spiritual guidance in whichever way we have those beliefs and understandings for ourselves. Purely because, like, mushroom is the, they flourish. I'm trying to find the right angle for this. There. Mushroom really is the one that sits in that dark, dank, moldy smell, because it's a fungus. It grows best. It's beautiful conditions for growing mushrooms perfectly is in that dark, the darker and more moist environment. So what we're doing with that connection with our spirituality and having mushroom there is bringing that out into the light, making use of what the resources are, that what does a mushroom offer? Sustenance and insight, because you actually have the revealing of, you tip a mushroom up and you got the spores or those fin things. That's the way that the seeds, that how the mushroom spores will spread, or the seeds in them, it depends on the type, any type of fungus. It floats on the air. And we've got angel wings here. So allow your darker energy to come up, or the energies that you've got in that darkness, that beautiful space that is nurturing, like nurturing that in its growing, and it's time now to bring that up and out into the light and spread it forward, so that we're actually having that beautiful time in being who we are in our spirituality, in how we have that soul understanding of who we are, that we are, that one in the whole of who we are in humanity, and bringing that forward out for all to see. So that's what I'm feeling around the mushroom with this reading. So, and Rachel, you're planning to hike up Mount Kilimanjaro to raise awareness. Wow. That's a wonderful goal to be planning towards. Yeah. Hope so. That's going to be next year, presumably. If you're saying you're planning, I don't know what the best. It sounds like a wonderful thing to do. I know my daughter, one of them, did something like that somewhere. I can't remember. My eldest does fundraising runs and things like that, and she did used to mountain climb. I don't know if she still does. As we get older, of course, I suppose we change our directions in what ways we do certain things. So, and what we choose to do. So that's the spread using the charms and this labyrinth through time. I'll just hold that up again to remind you that's what I'm doing, using. This tool's what I'm using. And if there's anything in that you want to ask more questions, just put them in the chat later, or direct message me is fine. Because it is so different. I'm still exploring. I haven't used charm throws much at all. It's something I'm looking more into broadening what is, the tools that I'm using for the weekends, and that I'm, doing the, we call it going on the psychic reading weekends with Leanne Winston. My words, I think it's just a Sunday morning, isn't it? So thank you, Keza, for that. It's wonderful. And it's next, whoops, I'm trying to hit the buttons properly. My eyes must be going cross-eyed. Next year or the year after, with Rock to Recovery, whom support veterans and families, all supporting mental health and suicide awareness. Yeah, wonderful. I think my daughter does more of awareness around children's cancer and things like that. So There's so many different causes and awarenesses that we need to bring forward. It's just wonderful to contribute in whatever way you're led to support each other in, whether it's fundraising, whether it's just being involved on committee level. Thank you, Caitlin. Lovely to have you here, and you've been energised after having taken JC for a walk. So, look, I'll leave it there. Now, I am reminding you, I didn't have that little movie up. I should have left it there. I was going to remind you about the Bordertown Mount Gambier weekend, but anyway, I'll just put my Calendly link in again. You can have a look at those offerings. It's there, and it's there as well. With the Calendly, it is booking some time to join me on a Zoom type link if you want to be in your reading. There's either option there. The Buy Me a Coffee, I just do it like this, and a recorded video will be, the link sent to you that way. So there's so many different ways of being able to connect so that you can get your answers to the questions you might have. And I reckon that this charm casting is probably a really good way to get into some detailed stuff with a reading. So, and the various bits and pieces that I've got now, I'm creating quite a bit of a tool bag or medicine bag or reading kit or whatever. I'm loving it to actually be able to have such a variety of tools, things to help out with getting that detail of reading, because it is spirit that's connecting through these methods. You're still getting those messages direct from spirit. Or your loved ones who've passed on as well. There's so many different ways. It's wonderful to be able to discover new ones, when I can. So I'll keep my eyes out for them, or ears open, whatever. And you're going to get through the next bit and rebuild life's what you're stepping towards. And it's an absolutely perfect goal, isn't it, Rachel? So have that focus, keep that focus, and all the positives that come with that too. The experience of having gone through and growing stronger from it to really move forward in what's next. It's wonderful. Think of the wonderful with it. And thank you. And you'll have a look as well. Okay, the mushrooms. Oh, yes, I've got some in the fridge. I'll be cooking up for breakfast to go with an omelette. I haven't had brekkie yet. So thank you each and every one of you again for being here. Certainly pass around that I do these in the morning. Certainly if you know that people are really looking for some answers, pass on that I do these readings and that they can book through my website or the Buy Me a Coffee or the Calendly. Look, just ask. Keep being the best you that you can be, and have an absolutely wonderful day today. It's a beautiful day here so far, and I hope that wherever you are, that it's a beautiful day or evening in the case of Rachel, and you have a wonderful sleep, and all that you can be the best. And namaste till tomorrow. Bye for now.